Yes. Thank you all for being just so patient to be able to wait for the next bit of meeting, Reka. I really appreciate it. We're going to see Felix, and there's a big group time of the four of them all bonding and having great times. It's interesting if I'm honest. But no, I'm very excited. There's a lot of good times and good memories had. So yeah, the basic stuff with this one, everyone. I know I'm in a podcast, and I'd appreciate it if you all just joined the Discord because we have a lot of fun there. We like having more people around to talk to and have listening parties when we can. It's always a good time. Um, yeah, if you guys would like to join the Discord, once again, if you're on audio only platform and you need a video assistance, we have that on YouTube, either as this is released or shortly thereafter. And well, I hope you all enjoy. Let's just go see how Felix is doing and just have a good time with, well, the stuff she gets up to. I don't really know. I'm not really paid enough to care that much. Okay, that's it. Gorbindin, signing out.
All right, V. So you guys just had that little reward ceremony where Gorbindin called all the goblins together, called the direwolves there, and rewarded you guys with your gifts. You got a nice used cauldron by some guy named Clyde, or as they all pronounce him, Clyde. And you don't really understand why they're doing that, but that cauldron is yours. They're offering to put it anywhere you really want to, but it's right after that ceremony. Paprika can do anything she wants. It's a little late. She can go to bed if she'd like to. She can hang out. She can visit, whatever she'd like to do. So what do you think Paprika would do? Other than cry into that cauldron, because that's what she got.
She is just sort of like, well, she so she's just gonna find like a just a nice little corner and then just like take the cauldron and put a bunch of like blankets in the cauldron and just sort of like hop in there like a nest.
All right, so this little halfling decided, I am not sharing a room with these other people. I'm sleeping in the cauldron.
I like my cauldron.
All right.
I like nests.
That's just really funny to me. I'm going to say, I'm just kind of picturing what ends up happening is like, they see like it's full of blankets, but I'm going to bet like you're not just laying on top of blankets. You're like covered up and everything, right? Like that.
I'm in a cocoon.
Exactly. So I'm picturing like there's a few really well-meaning goblins that show up and basically have the conversation to themselves of like, oh man, we offered for them to be able to go to the classroom, but I bet she couldn't carry that on her own. We should have thought of that. And they just carry you and the cauldron to the classroom. Like, well, she's not here. She'll find it when she gets back in the morning, I guess, or whatever, and she can let us know what she wants us to do with it. We did such a good thing. But so that does mean when you wake up in the morning, you're just going to be in a classroom, probably with kids. They probably like. Do you think Paprika sleeps late?
Yeah.
I feel like as a halfling, she sleeps a lot. So yeah, you just wake up and like class has already started. They saw, like, like I'm losing the word right now. Please help me. I just said the word a few moments ago. The thing you're sleeping in.
Cauldron?
Cauldron, thank you. They see the cauldron and all the blankets. They're like, oh, they're keeping the blankets in there for now. That's not. And then you just emerge from it. It's like, well, that's not expected.
Where am I?
I'm sorry. Sorry. What are you doing?
I was sleeping.
Well. Hmm. I get. Yeah. Okay. That's valid. Hi. I'm Sosa. What? We're like probably all the kids are just having this like really bad like laugh right now at their teacher trying to figure out how to basically say, "Excuse me, but we're in class right now. Can you not sleep in here?"
Just sort of like she's like her eyes are half open. She's like her ears are like all the way down, and just sort of goes like, "Yeah, well, this isn't where I fell asleep, so you
Oh,
know."
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. No. Well, mm, that does sound like a bit of a predicament. Well, you can either. Are you still tired?
Mm, I, I
Ca-
I guess I can leave.
Well, you can if you need you can keep sleeping. We'll be okay.
She's just gonna like go back into like the pile of blankets and just like put her clothes on. Um,
I I'm hoping this girl like. Oh man, Felix. 5 minutes in, I have to ask a question that I really didn't think I was going to have to ask. Please don't tell me she was like there are children in the room. Like she was decent, right?
no, she doesn't sleep naked. No.
Okay, good. Because you said put her clothes back on. I'm like, V? But all right. So she's gonna get her day started, I guess.
Mm-hmm. She just sort of hops out of the cauldron and just leaves the building. Sort of goes like, "What time is it?"
You're wondering. It is about like 10 o'clock or so. The sun's up. As you're leaving, Silus walks like in with purpose. It's like, oh, hi, Paprika. I hope you're doing well. I have something to do real quick. I'm going to be helping this class. I hope you have a great day. And just marches in with purpose.
Just squints. Goes like,
Just squints. Nothing else. Just squints.
she's still in that wake up state where she's not really talking. She's just squints at people.
I really like this like dynamic because you're the last one to like have the one-on-one session, and we've established that the other three are all early birds.
Mm,
So I find this
great.
very funny and awesome.
Is there any food around here?
Yeah, the mess hall is a little bit of ways. I mean, you can walk up there and get some food.
I hope I didn't miss second breakfast.
You get up there and there's this nice little goblin named Slark and Wilmy. They're both up front. They're getting food ready and things like that. And Slark sees you walk on in and is just like, "Oh, hey Paprika, how are you doing? I was wondering where you were this morning. Did you get anything to eat?"
No, I just woke up.
Oh, all right then. Well, we put aside a little bit extra food because we didn't see you, but here you go, a little bit of fish for you.
Good. So I didn't miss second breakfast?
Second breakfast?
Yeah.
Do you just mean breakfast?
Well, no, I already. All right, fine. Yeah, I'll just take it. And she's gonna take the food and just sort of just sit down and just like put like a couple of spices on it that she has in her bag and just eat it. She just sort of goes like, she like looks like mumbles under her breath, like her eyes are still sort of half closed, and she looks at the goblins and is just like, do they just come in pairs?
Do you say that out loud?
I just mumble it so they can't hear it.
Oh, okay.
And then I also just sort of go like, I need to help people know how to cook better. This is passable. Nobody should live like that.
All right. So you finish breakfast, and I guess some time passes. Do you think you're gonna like try to talk with these people and like communicate once Paprika wakes up, or is she gonna wander off and do something?
She's just gonna like, give people back the sort of like the plate and all that, all the dishes that she used, hand it back to those people. Just goes, "Thank you for the food," and she's just gonna walk out and just like look around and like the city, look around in the town to see if there's like anything happening.
I mean, I'm gonna guess Paprika as a halfling is a quick eater.
Yes.
So, you hear some rowdy noises coming from the classroom, so you're glad that you're not still there. You see that there's the carpenters are hard at work. They're getting some things taken care of. You see Nexoria is off in the woods punching trees, and there's a few people around her, just like she's training so hard. But you can tell she's just being Nexoria. Nenk, the tailor girl that was like crying when the tapestry was ripped, is probably like sewing and knitting and things like that. The guard are all training with Gargraba. They're all hating their life right now because they don't like training. Puds is still asleep.
You know, at this time of day, everybody would be sleeping back at home. All right. She's just gonna go like, no, I'm too tired for people. And she's just gonna like walk out of the town.
So I want to just like really solidify this picture. Yesterday, she was just rewarded and thanked for the hard work she put in defending the town and helping out and doing her part. And then today, she just looks around, squinty-eyed, and just goes, "Not today," and just marches right out one of the gates.
Mm-hmm. There's a limit. I have a limit. And
I feel like Paprika's gonna very quickly try to afford like the carpenters to build her a house.
You've passed it. You know, the most important thing is comfort.
Okay.
And I have none of it.
All right. Well, so she's walking out one of the gates. Is she like just going into the woods for a little while?
Yeah. She just sort of like, waves by the guards and just sort of like grumbles under her breath like, I had to sleep in a cauldron.
Good morning, Paprika. I hope you had a fantastic night.
Yeah. She's just gonna go out into the wilds and sort of like, just basically like sort of like look at everything. Like she has like her she sort of like cleans her glasses to look a little bit better. Now that the sun's kind of in her eyes, her eyes sort of like open up more. At this point, she's just sort of like, she's a little bit more awake now. Like her ears are not super like turned down anymore. And she's got her big walking boots on, so she's just walking around looking at things.
All right. I'm going to just kind of, maybe like in the morning as you're still waking up and things like that, you find a few like nice, like pretty looking flowers. There's a few mushrooms and maybe roots that she's interested in as she just scavenged around. But do you think she would spend like all day like looking through the forest and trying to understand her environment? Or do you think she'd head back?
She'd probably spend most of the day. I'd say that she'd probably come back at around like maybe like
Dinner's
5.
around 6.
Yeah.
So probably around then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say before she heads back, if you can give me a perception check real quick.
It's a 21.
All right. Well, to say it in metagame terms, you see Peony, and you can tell she definitely just took like psychic damage just now. She's out in the woods with like Slark and Wilmy, the two people that were serving you food. And
she's just gonna start squinting again.
Like because of Slark and Wilmy, or
no? She's just confused as to what is happening.
All right, but with a roll that well, you can see like possibly the source of this mental pain on Peony. Peony has her dagger out, as do the two little goblins next to her. And they're currently fighting this massive fish that is standing on 2 back legs, and that's it. It's just a regular fish with 2 massive back legs that just like kicked Peony across the face.
What?
Is that Paprika or is that Felix?
Yes.
Paprika's a smart girl, so I'd say at this moment you remember like the tales of how like the weave was kind of pulled down and gathered here, so magic is really strange and impacts the environment a lot.
Fish legs.
Yeah.
Well, all right. She's just gonna go pick some mushrooms.
I kind of anticipated as much. All right. Yeah, you probably get up to a patch of mushrooms. You know, you pick a couple, a few of them run off. You see a couple octopus swinging tree to tree through the forest, like like apes would. You know, your standard old.
Well, at least I won't be bored around here.
All right, anything you want to do in the woods before you like head back for dinner or anything like that?
She's going to try analyzing the different properties of everything she's kind of gotten to make sure like anything is like useful or usable, or possibly just to make sure that like none of the actual like magic is interfering with the edibility of any of these ingredients.
All right. That kind of process probably takes a little bit of time to go through everything you have. A lot of the flowers, they seem pretty normal. There's nothing too crazy going on with them. A few of the mushrooms, you can tell, like, you remember you picked like this big cluster of like red mushrooms and stuff like that, and now they're like a weird green color. Like the cap of the mushroom is green, but everything else still looks normal. Like they just like, you can't tell like, did this like die and turn green, or did it magically turn green? Most things, though, it's like you don't recognize a ton of it just because this is a different part of the world than Paprika grew up. But there's a few things where you're like, oh, that looks related to this mushroom I would use in this stew, or this one looks familiar to this that I would use in that potion back home. Or
I am uncomfortable at the lack of potatoes.
I'm really sorry. Did you think Paprika was going to go out into an untilled forest and just find potatoes?
That's what she used to do.
She'd just go find potatoes? Okay.
Yes. Back in Hobbitville, there are potatoes everywhere.
All right. Yeah. Sadly, no potatoes.
Paprika's upset. Paprika's kind of sad at that. She just sort of like feels a little homesick at that point.
If you could make me a wisdom save.
Oh, that's a it's a 9.
Yeah, she drops to her knees in fear.
Ah!
And then you kind of like, this like weird feeling comes over, and then you remember like, oh, that must be Puds. It reminds you of that first day when you met Puds and like you dropped in fear. But yeah, Puds is probably awake. Yeah, you could do whatever you'd like now if you want to go back and have dinner, maybe go to a different day of this month, or talk to Puds, or...
She's after getting some stuff, she's gonna like go back to the town. Just go like, she's just like, can you stop scaring everybody when you wake up?
What are you talking about?
Like, you scare me. I get really uncomfortable when you wake up. So stop that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I was doing that.
Yeah, just like, don't anymore. Then she's gonna go over to like any farmer types and just sort of go like, do you guys grow potatoes here?
Before you walk away, you can hear Puds just be like very confused because he legitimately has no idea what on earth you're talking about with this whole like weird feeling panicky thing.
She has trouble describing it, so she just sort of kind of gives up after a while.
No, it's one of those things that like Puds has no control over this. He has no idea it even happens. There's like a few of the people in town are like, they have like, they'll grow their own like flowers maybe or something like that, but they do not, there's no farming here.
How do you guys survive?
Slark and Wilmy are walking back with that giant fish with legs, and Peony being dragged behind them out of like fear.
Are you guys fish? Are you guys fishers? Yeah. This place is very weird.
Wilmy probably looks down and just starts laughing a bit. Well, I guess today you can kind of say that we are.
Where do you get your food?
We go hunting every day.
So you eat. Ah, I get it.
What? I mean, what else could you really do?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. There's nothing else that you could really do.
Slark probably speaks up and says something along the lines like, let's go, Wilmy. That one's kind of weird. And Wilmy just slaps him upside the head like Gibbs slap style. And just like, you can't talk to women like that. You need to be more respectful. You've always been a jerk. And they walk off with Peony still like, that fish had legs and it kicked me in the face. It roundhouse kicked me in the face.
I believe it's a chef. I believe it's a chef's quarrel. Although it's not like she has much competition in that sense.
Not really.
Well, in that case, now that she sort of realizes, like, I mean, as much as I like going around the forest, well, I'm gonna need to not rely solely on surviving on meat. I don't think my body can handle that. So, well, she's gonna try to get like a couple people who are like not doing anything and just be like, there's another way of getting food that's not hunting. Maybe we could try that.
Gorbindin is the world's most excited person right now. Really? I have heard of tales from my grandfather about how they would get food. It sounds exciting.
It's called farming.
No, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it.
Well,
I think what we did was bartering. Is it the same thing?
No, it's not.
Oh. So I'm not gonna get to haggle with people about how much I don't want to pay?
Who would you haggle with?
What's the point of even being old? Alright, I'll do it. Puds hears this, like, overhears this conversation. Puds and Gorbindin are never too far away. And Puds kind of walks up and just like, hey, do you mind if we have, like, a private conversation real quick?
She's gonna squint at him, just be like, no, what do you want?
He kind of, like, gets a little bit, like, closer. Probably gets out the wings and flies up higher up to just, like, kind of whisper to you. It's like, I've been trying to convince these goblins to put in some work to be able to do this. Thank you.
Oh. Okay.
I just don't want them to know it's the same idea I had, because they call me their god, but they don't seem to respect my ideas all that much.
Yeah, yeah. And she's just gonna sort of like be like, she like grabs like, she's just like, everybody grab like a stick and you're gonna start hitting the dirt on the ground and making these lines. And then I collected a couple of seeds in the forest today. I'm gonna put them all there, and then we're gonna take some water. Y'all know what water is? Okay, we're gonna take some water, and
They
we're gonna
all point at puddles.
no, not that type of water. Just, you know where fish are? You know where the fish are?
They point at the bushes and the trees. Gorbindin
You know what
starts
you
laughing
drink?
to himself and just like, of course, we know what water is.
You know, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't have to ask.
I mean valid.
Anyway, if you put water on it and then you cover things up again, in a little bit, it'll grow into some food.
You see them all like that old meme of like the woman staring and all the math comes up over her with each panel. They are all doing that and they go, huh.
Yeah,
And Nexoria flies in out of nowhere and starts going at it with like a quarterstaff she stole from somewhere. Like, food!
Yeah, you know what? Yes. Just follow Nexoria. Just do that over and over again for a little bit. And then I'll take care of the food when the food comes.
All right. Puds is probably watching this with like, just has a tear coming to his eye. He's just so happy.
Right. Well, it's off to well. And then she like sort of like takes a second and is just sort of like I don't have butter. She's sort of like her knees hit the ground and she's just like holds both of her hands over her face and she's just like
I hope Livy doesn't mind, but I'm guaranteed Nexoria is already right there with you like, what is wrong, friend? Anything I can help with?
I don't have butter. I can't make cheese. I can't make ice cream. I can't make
ice cream. I've once heard of this ice cream.
It's the best thing humans have ever invented.
Yes. I'm sure of this. I know this. Yes.
But I don't
We'll
know
have
how
to go on a quest for ice cream.
Yes. You know what we need for ice cream? Cows.
Fish. Oh, okay. Cows. Yes. Of course. I was testing you.
I would be upset. I would be extremely uncomfortable if fish started secreting milk.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
I don't want to have to milk fish udders.
I don't want to have to draw a fish with legs and udders. But all right, so Puds is probably still right there with you and just says something along the lines of like, well, you know, does it have to be cow milk?
I mean, no, but I we guess we could get goats or,
Well, I'm sure we could find something similar somewhere in this forest at some point.
She's just gonna like take like a long pause and then just look at the nearest direwolf.
Yeah? What's up?
Do you guys know where we could find milk?
That's more of a cat thing, but
I mean, you grew up on milk.
stay away from my mother. And he starts to walk away offended. And you realize that your first real conversation with a dog, you offended a dog.
Okay, how I gauge if a place is worth living in is if I can make pancakes in it. And right now, I can't make pancakes.
I mean, if you give us enough time, we could probably figure out something.
Okay.
Oh, I just woke up too. Hang on. Let me see what I can do. And you see him just kind of like, he gets out the wings again. He flies up, like, he's not like crazy high up in the air, but probably like 15, 20 feet up in the air, maybe. And you just see him start to like very faintly glow a little bit. And he kind of comes back down and is just like, all right. I don't know if this is gonna scare you or not, but I found some milk. Is
Where did you get the milk?
well, I didn't get it yet. I could find it. Um so a little bit northwest in the forest, just like it's not too far, I promise. Um there how do I describe this? There's like there's this tree. You following me?
No.
Okay. So a tree is, and all the goblins stop what they were doing and start pointing at the woods again. Because arrogant sons of guns. um, there's a back where I'm from. Trees normally you can get syrup and sap from them, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the trees here, it's syrup and sap. But northwest, there's a couple trees that I'm able to sense that have milk on them. And I'm pretty sure they don't make sap, they make milk. You know what? And he just draws you up a map real quick and goes, if you want to take a couple goblins and go that way and make a run for it and not come back, I understand. But this is where it is. And and he run, well, I say run, waddles over basically and comes back and spits out a few basically the equivalent of ye olde tree tappers, for getting syrup and all that.
Yeah.
So if you do that, you should be able to go get some milk pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the opposite of what Paprika wanted.
Sometimes you have to know what's actually worth doing.
And is ice cream worth this?
I'll get the courage someday.
You need some time.
I think I need some time.
That's fine. If you wanna rest, go ahead.
I don't think I'll ever be ready to milk a tree.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Anyway, if I look on the bright side, at least we'll probably have carrots, potatoes, leeks, onions, and tomatoes.
Honestly, that sounds amazing. That could go really well with a nice stew. There's a lot of sides that would go well with the fish and pork and other things like that, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, when we get more octopus and do you think you could start rice? Maybe we can make some sushi or something like that.
Ooh.
That's really good. I don't know if you've do you know how to make sushi? I can teach you.
I know how to make sushi.
Okay.
What I could probably add is wheat and rice would probably be good. As well.
Yeah.
Then the other two things that I would need would be something to get milk from, which if that's milk if that's milk trees, then I guess I have to deal with that. But also eggs, I'd need eggs.
All right, we can probably find
I feel like chickens aren't that difficult to find.
We should be able to find something that, I don't. Maybe, does it have to be chicken eggs? Would it turkey?
You know what? If it's turkey eggs,
I'll
manage.
Yeah. No, I only looked around for a few minutes. I can keep trying to locate and try to find some more stuff.
I just need to be able to eat properly so I don't die.
What's wrong with did you not have enough fish?
It's just fish. I can't live just on fish. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I take food very seriously, and when I only have fish, well, I'm not No, it's not enough for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, in that case, do you want to work in the mess hall and maybe take a few of the meals?
All right, yeah. So she's just gonna sort of she's sort of like her alchemist stuff is like she puts it to the side, puts it all back in the cauldron because like it's sort of like I can't make some advanced stuff when the basics aren't even taken care of. And so she's basically just gonna sort of like try to get uh all the bases covered because there's already plenty of meat, so she's trying to get all the all the most useful vegetables. She's trying to get the grain in. She's gonna try to get the dairy, and she's gonna get the dairy in, and now she's just gonna try to get some eggs.
Yep.
And that's pretty much that's her goal right now. She's just trying to get those things so she can make pancakes and ice cream and all that goodness. Oh.
All right. Well, there's like a small well in town, so as long as Puds is awake, he's kind of taking care of like making sure like the farm is watered if it didn't rain that day and stuff like that. A few of the goblins are trying to explore with you when they have some spare time. Having all the direwolves has definitely sped up like hunting, and like it's not as difficult to keep the town safe. Like 2 goblins, that's not scary. 2 goblins riding direwolves, you better run, punk. Like that's intimidating. So there's a few that are with you to try to like help and find some stuff maybe. I will say probably at some point Puds calls you over and just like, "Hey, can I talk to you really quick?"
Sure. What is it?
And this has probably been like a week or so after the farm started. You're seeing things start to bud and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. And Pud's like just says to you, I want to apologize.
For what?
When you guys first showed up, I'll explain it all to you guys later, but I was really nervous and kind of worried that you guys were going to do more damage than good. And I treated you all pretty poorly. I already apologized to everyone else, but I wanted to apologize to you as well. That like, I don't think I ever really treated you poorly, but I definitely didn't act the way I should. And you saw that, and I think it's right for me to apologize to you as well for being more of a jerk than I really should have been, and I'm really sorry about that.
I mean, you're a slime. The standards are below.
Thank you for being really racist.
She's just gonna sort of pat him on the top of his head, and she's just like, "That's just a little bit of payback."
I think so. Are we even?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That good. I'm glad to hear. Wow, that hurt. So, yep. Give me a like survival check if you wouldn't mind. And this will summarize like your month of trying to find stuff in the woods and stuff like that.
That's a nat 19. Yeah, it's just a 19.
Oh, okay. I heard nat at first. I'm like nat 20 or nat 1. So would Paprika go and like to the trees?
Yeah, she'd go to the trees.
You find out the trees are walking around.
Are they like Alolan executors?
What I originally had thought of? No, not at all. Now, I mean a little bit. I wouldn't say they're all like palm trees out in the middle of like
they're just trees with legs.
Like, yeah, like they're basically just like their trees have legs. It's the equivalent of like you ever see that person with like a picture of someone with a way too tall of a mohawk?
Yeah.
Like it's just like face like goes straight to like what would be considered a torso and then legs, no arms, and just the world's tallest hair is the equivalent of this.
So do the trees have faces?
Yeah.
Oh. Well then, she's gonna like take a second and just be like, all right. Then she's just gonna sort of like, did anybody get like rope?
I mean, you have rope.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, me. You're welcome. And she's just gonna sort of like try to like tie, like get like maybe like 3 of the trees to follow her with rope.
Okay.
And then she's just gonna bring them back to the village. Actually, no. But before she does that, she's going to examine what they seem to like need to be happy.
Yeah. So the area around you, there's like the soil is really like rich. You can just from like walking around, you can feel like it's. Now I'm wondering how well you actually Velix knows about like farming and anything like that, but like the soil, you can tell it's quite deep. There's a lot of nutrients, very rich. The ground is very, very soft. There is a river kind of nearby. Not like they're not on the river, but it's close. There's a lot of like dead squirrels and crows, like a lot of dead crows. Pretty clear that's what they've been eating. It's the things that like land on them.
So are they meat eaters?
Yeah, it appears so. By what
Well,
you can tell.
Well, we have plenty of meat, and if I take 3 of them, they'd be social enough.
All right.
All right, yeah. So she's gonna take like some back to the village.
All right. Yeah.
She's gonna come back with like walking trees.
So you get back to the village, and you just hear Frax is like running up to you. Little Frax, he's Gorbindin's grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Running up, going, Paprika, Paprika. What in Pud's name is that? Those.
They're tree cows. I call them trows.
Hi. There's a letter for you.
Ow!
It's from Silus.
Ow. Okay. She's just gonna sort of like be like, is there like a pen around here that I could put these in?
A pen.
Tree pen.
I'm gonna be honest. No.
But
But I mean,
Frax, Steery, could you do something for me?
what's up?
Could you go ask the carpenters to make a pen for these things? Because then we can have ice cream.
He's kind of look at you and he's doing math between ice and cream and just goes, that sounds good.
It is good. It's very good. So just ask them to make a pen for the trows.
I'll do that in a moment. Here, like, come with me real quick. And it brings you to like the southwest part of town. There's like a lot of hills there.
Okay. Well, she just follows.
Frax is like 7 years old, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. So there, and it's like you can like in between the hills, like in a little bit of a valley. There's like a lot of like that's where the water from the town's mostly from. Like there's like a little bit of a river and a lake down there. The soil's nice. Like trees need like water and dirt. This is good dirt. They might like it here.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I think they eat meat, so I think we also kind of like they're like dire wolves because they like. We just got to give them a bit of meat now and then, you know.
Oh. All right.
But I'm sure they also need water because like most things need water. So you know this is good. Thank you, Frax.
No, I'll go talk to them, and you're gonna be promising them like food. They probably won't charge you.
I'm making ice cream. They better not charge me.
Well, I mean, ice cream sounds really good to me, but I don't know how they would feel about like milk on ice.
It's just cold ice. It's just no. It's cold sweet cream. It's great.
Oh. Okay.
Just trust me on this, Rex.
Yeah, all right. I'll head on back and ask them to help you out, and they could probably whip up something in a couple days.
Yeah, that's fine.
We have
Do I have the letter?
Yeah, you have the letter.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. While I just sort of like pat one of the troughs.
You're patting one of the troughs, and I'm just trying to it's like a respectful distance of a tree hugger.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the letter, basically, to summarize the best I can, says something along the lines of like, from Silus, like, I know you and I haven't got to know each other too well, and I don't know how comfortable you feel around me yet, but I'm hoping that over the time while we're here, we can all become friends and become like a family in this town. I'm grateful that someone as like calm, cool, and collected as you was one of the people that was sent over here with us. I want to apologize to you because I feel like the way I treated Nexoria bothered you. When I wrote Nexoria letter, I apologized to her, so I just want to say I'm sorry for the way I acted. It wasn't very proper of me. But no, if you ever need anything at all, let me know. I'd be happy to help. And I have a book that I brought with me that has some basic things about like floral, fauna, things of that nature. I don't know if that might be able to help or not. It's mostly from where we're from, but I don't know if there's something that maybe you don't know and it might help you out with your interests and hobbies. Your friend Silus.
I am way above you on the nerdiness scale. And she's just gonna, afterwards, at that point, she's just gonna sort of be like, well, I mean, at least his heart's in the right place. Then she's just gonna sort of like go in the middle of the village and just be like, attention, everyone! I have trees!
That's nice.
But trees that will give you milk!
As trees do.
They don't! They don't do that normally. Which is why they're not normal trees.
I'm going to speak for Silus, Nexoria, and Peony that they're all like, they all just took 2 points of psychic damage just to like, what is this madness?
Be nice to the troughs. You can pet them and give them some like some meat, some fish maybe, just sometimes, occasionally. And then they will give us milk in return. And then we'll all be friends, okay?
All right. And you just hear one goblin in the back kind of like pipe up like, does that mean we just domesticated trees?
Yes! It does.
You'd expect people to be really excited and happy that they're like learning like husbandry and taking care of things, but the fact that it's trees, everyone's just kind of like, huh.
They have faces, they have legs. We can treat them like cows. Just ignore the bark and the leaves. And the disturbing tendency to eat meat.
All right, I'm going to say, this was toward like the end of the month, and I'm going to say like a few days later of you like, I mean, the first like little bit, like some of the things from the farm that grow quicker than others might be like getting pretty close to being ripe.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe.
Oh, it's getting to be just like home again.
The troughs are always excited to see you because you normally come by with like fish or maybe a couple other people that are walking up with you that are like bringing out fish and stuff like that for them, and you're like getting out the tree tapper and just like getting some milk.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You can tell like when you like whenever you put the tree tapper in, it's like I'd say like what they feel is the equivalent of us like getting a shot or something like that.
Ah.
Like it's almost like they're like when Paprika, you know, in modern day first like 21st century, you know, gets like blood drawn for a test, like that's the equivalent of what happens for them.
Okay.
So they're like, you can see them like a few leaves fall from like them like ruffling a little bit when it happens, but they don't really mind.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna name them.
Yeah.
All right. One of them is Daisy, one of them is Poppy, and one of them is Rose.
Daisy, Poppy, and Rose. All right. At that moment, you kind of hear like an announcer voice in your head, and it's Pudge just going, "Hey, I'm going to need you four to come back here really quick. I need to talk with all y'all." And I think that's where we're going to end this session. Thank you so much, V.
No problem.
This was fun.
We have domesticated trees.
We do. We do.
Yeah. So, if you guys have been in the Discord, you probably have wondered why the bots are called Trows. Blame Velix, and yes, now you have to deal with the fact that Trows are real. Recap on Trows. Trees that eat meat and sweat milk. Sorry, not sorry. But I hope you guys really did enjoy that part. It was a lot of fun. Here is the group roleplay. This is something that I personally, as the DM, was like not involved in at all, and just kind of just set up the idea of the location, just let them roll with it, and was gonna be there in case of need. But frankly, they just listen to this masterpiece these guys crafted. I seriously have some of the best players any DM could ever ask for. So I hope you guys enjoy. Here it is.
Silus kind of lives in the library, so I think there's like kind of a goofy, cute ritual where like at a certain hour when everyone's done with what they gotta do, he like opens the door and lets them in. It's like, hey guys.
Hello, Silus.
Hi.
Hello.
He's sitting up like at his desk. Do you guys need anything? Get you guys some water.
All I crave is vengeance and justice.
For
But
what?
water would be nice.
I'll take a tea.
All right. Paprika?
I brought my own, thanks. And she's just gonna grab a mason jar and just start drinking the undetermined liquids out of it.
All right. He comes back with the
Drinking
water.
trout milk.
No.
He
This is
comes-
green!
Oh, thank you.
It's the dew from the mountains.
Of course, why not?
I collected it this morning.
Just a mason jar of Mountain Dew.
I'm so proud of that.
Oh my word, I didn't get that till now.
He comes back with Nexoria's water and still heating up the tea for him and Peony. Hands her some and just goes like, "So, what were you all up to today?"
I was nowhere doing nothing with nobody.
Wow,
She
that doesn't
was
sound
very obviously.
I was somewhere
Why are you
doing
being weird
something
about
with
it?
nobody.
Why are you guys being so weird? Just say what you did.
Why don't
All
you
right,
say what you did?
What did you do, Peony?
What did I do? I talked to Hugs in the lunchroom, and I learned some pretty interesting stuff about him. I'll admit, I originally just started talking to him because I wanted to know more about his brother and see if he could get me a job in the blacksmith shop, or at least like I could negotiate to like share it with him. But he's a pretty grumpy dude. So yeah, I think me and Hugs are friends now. Guess
That's
maybe
good.
I don't know. I also met some other people. I went hunting. That was a time. I went
What did you
hunting.
hunt?
I thought it was going to be like deer. But then I got attacked by you can see she looks like kind of like both like confused and a little bit embarrassed at the same time. Okay,
What
I just
have
gotta
to? I shall vanquish it.
see.
If you did not already slay it.
No, I killed it. It was a fish.
She's not entirely useless.
It was
A
a fish
Fish.
with
A big fish, I'm assuming, right?
it was a bit. No, it was a big fish with legs.
What?
Oh
I
yeah, I remember you doing that.
I got attacked by a big fish with legs, and I don't know how to process that. There's
What kind of legs we
something
talking? What kind of legs we talking? He's like moving
I-
over to like wherever he's making the tea. He's
I
like,
think human legs. It was real weird.
A reverse mermaid, if you would.
I guess I just look, normally I don't I feel very confused and shaken up, and I don't like feeling vulnerable, but I felt the need to tell you guys because there's some weird stuff going on in this town.
he hands you some tea and just goes,
I take a big sip of that tea.
he sits. I think there's like, I don't know how we set up the beds. You guys can, but or beds. It's hay, but he's probably just sitting like. I think I like the image of all of us kind of sitting in a little circle. Like, that's cute to me.
Mhm.
And so Silus is, well, I mean, far be it from me to steal your thunder with reverse mermaids, but I mean, I got a really nice, day. Frax came in for his weekly tutoring. He's a good kid.
Frax is a very good kid.
Yeah,
Nope.
he helped me with some work today.
He
Oh,
also helped me after he got done with you. Frax was very busy today. He told
Clearly.
me.
He's a busy man.
Busy.
I feel like I should probably get to know him a little bit better.
I mean, you can. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to do anything.
You are
Of
just
course,
the
I
only
just-
one in this group who is not very close with him.
I'm not that close with him. I mean, I
Well,
just did
he's my
some work
sidekick,
with him.
my second in command.
And I respect that. And I respect you. Don't.
Paprika,
I-
you are my third.
Who's your second?
Frax is my second in command. Paprika is my third.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I,
All right.
The
appre-
rest
I,
of you are
I,
somewhere after fifth or seventh.
Okay. All right.
okay, that's fine. That I can live with that.
Silas just looks around. Speaking of Frax, did he didn't hand you guys anything, did he?
What do
Oh,
you mean? Oh, yes. You mean the letter?
Well, yeah.
You
yeah,
see
I
Peony.
got it.
You see Peony's like eyes kind of dart down into her tea.
You have no need to apologize, friend. And she gives Silas a hug.
Oh, he'll hug her back and just be like, "Look, I know I can be kind of a rank asshole sometimes.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. But we're stuck here for God knows how long, and
Actually, it's Puddles, but yes.
Puddles knows how long. Yeah, sure.
I don't think Puddles even knows how long.
Yeah, me
Exactly.
neither.
Isn't that
But-
amazing?
No.
We
I
only
mean,
here for a time the greatest of deities doesn't know.
but he's. I'm starting to think that my input isn't really wanted. So,
It is wanted, valued, and needed.
really.
Yes, of course.
All right. All right then.
Yeah, what did you do?
What did I do? Oh. Well, I helped diversify the village's plates, They've been eating only meat, and that's just not good for anybody, especially not me. I can't survive off of that.
Mhm.
So I made them plant things. And also I think I got some actually hold on. She'll just take a second, go back in her cauldron and just sort of grab some bottles of milk, and she just hands them to everybody and just I got milk.
Oh wow, this is gonna go great in my tea. Thank you, Paprika.
No problem.
Thank you, Paprika.
Of course.
This is much better than water.
Oh,
It is much better than water.
He just goes, maybe we should not use too much because I don't know how frequently you can get it, Pap, but
Don't worry. I found a way of getting some pretty easily.
awesome. Okay, that's great. I'll still just we don't have any ice magic, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But yeah, you three are what we got. We're what we have left. You know.
It's kind of an interesting taste to this milk. I like it.
Yeah, I mean the cows are kind of different around here.
I mean, if it's anything like the reverse, I'm sure you brave quite a bit to get that milk.
I mean, it was a bit of a trek, but I managed. I mean, my feet are fine. I have big boots, just for the occasion.
Do you need anything? Speaking of, do you need paper for ingredients? List? I don't know what. I am not a magic person, so if there's any way I can help any of you guys, let me know.
That's fine. I mean, if you really want some good magic advice, I'm sure you can get some pretty decent knowledge from Nexoria. I'm more of a, I guess, I deal more with the, science and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Science rules, by the way. Just wanted to let y'all know.
Thank you for your input, Paprika.
Yeah.
How's warlocking going, Pap? I mean, Nexoria. Wow, I'm tired. I've had a long day.
Warlocking is going fine. I built a doghouse for
that
our
part of
friends, the direwolves.
Is that part of? Is that okay? That's all right. First of all, that's adorable. Second of all, is that part of warlock duty?
Well, Puddles told me that I should train my hands to be able to cast spells better. So I already know how to carpenter stuff. So, woodworking, things like that. Makes your hands good for doing spells.
Wow, that's really impressive, Nexoria. Is there any way we could do anything with that?
Well, I could also read a spell book, but I'm not the most adept when it comes to reading spells.
I have a book of magic stuff. Frax was interested in it. And so I'm, writing things to make it at his level. I can, if you'd like to see those notes when they're done.
Wait, Nexoria.
Yes?
Do you I don't mean to be rude, but can you read?
She looks at you like, yes. What is wrong with you?
That wasn't meant to be offensive. I'm sorry. It was a genuine...
I am 22 years old. Of course I can read.
No, okay. What she means is arcane tomes are not as frequently written as, say, common field guides and things of that nature.
See, Peony meant books in general, so she's looking at Silus. Thank you.
So yeah, what she means is, do you need any help with spell reading? Because I have a book of the arcane, and while
that's exactly what I meant. Thank you, Silus.
Well then, my outburst was not needed. I apologize.
Peony's sweating.
I mean, it was kind of needed, but it's nighttime, so I would appreciate it if you kept your voice down. By the way,
kind of needed.
I made Cheerios.
What is a Cheerio?
It's a little honey thing.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
It does sound good.
It sounds delicious.
It is delicious. You have not appreciated what life has to give without trying Cheerios.
hand them over then.
No, I only have enough for me.
Oh, I thought you went on a whole rant about how we haven't appreciated life. If you can give me something to appreciate life more.
Okay.
Don't talk about it if you're not going to give me
She'll take a single Cheerio out of the Ziploc bag and just put it in the Peony's hand. Go there you go.
I eat it, and I'm just like, the way you went on about this, I thought it would be way better. I mean, it's good.
I don't know what you expect from from just honey and grain. I mean, it's a miracle, but it's not like it's Jesus.
I mean, it's pretty good, but I mean,
Exactly, it's pretty good. It's pretty fantastic if I do say so myself.
all
Do
right.
I need to stop?
Peony's
You two need to go into timeout.
What?
just like she's way too into these Cheerios.
Silus,
Cheers.
Nexoria, could you do me a favor?
Yes? Yes, Silus?
Could you grab? He looks at you and Peony, and just kind of gives you the look of like, give me a moment, and like, I promise you, I'll make this worth your while. He's actually like flashing gold coins that like just do me a solid. He's just like, I left some things over in the schoolhouse. Could you look over there? I hid them pretty well. You might need a minute.
Okay.
He just like, as the two of them, as Nexoria walks, he gives her a few gold pieces. Take your money.
What are we doing?
Stalling for time.
Ah. So they may resolve their differences and stop arguing.
Yes, me and Peony are different.
Ah.
And I think you and Paprika need to talk about second, third, and command status. Would you agree?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. So if you could take care of that for me, I'll owe you.
Nexoria just like walks back in the room, picks up Paprika, and just walks out.
Oh my god!
What are you doing? I want to go to sleep.
Hush. You shall go to sleep.
I was waiting for Nexoria to make it weird. Okay.
Shush! You will go to sleep.
Okay. So if they walk out, Silus is just like, "You cool? Like, you seem out of it." I know what the others are. I kind of want to keep up being like chill, but
Oh no, I'm doing great.
you said I'm like 7. I doubt.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That was 3.
Okay, there's nobody else here. That letter you sent me, it was really nice.
Thanks. Is something wrong? You genuinely seem out of it. I was worried if you were okay.
It's just at the bottom of the letter,
Mm-hmm.
you asked if I wanted to like hang out sometime.
Yeah.
Look, Silus,
Excuse
I
me.
think,
Silus,
like quickly look over.
Yes.
Silus, may I borrow a quill?
I'm scared of what you're doing in there, but go for it.
I just need a pen. I already have paper.
Okay. He grabs one from like his desk and just kind of does like the not a serious throw, but just like the catch, the casual like underhand.
Do I need to roll a dexterity save?
No, he's trying. No,
It's a feather.
You just you
Yes,
grab
have you had a feather thrown at you and you tried to catch it?
You're right.
It's difficult.
You're right.
To do.
You're right.
I have. Feathers don't throw.
You're right.
You know.
It's true. Just
They just.
I guess
Yeah.
it's the roll.
yeah.
All right, she gets it and she leaves. Carry on with your conversation.
Thank you.
Paprika just drags her back and is just like, we got kicked off of first base. We can't go back.
Look, Silus, I think that you're a really nice guy, but the last time I decided to, go out with somebody, didn't really end well.
Oh,
And I'm a little nervous. If that's in fact what you're asking me, maybe you just want to like hang out. In which case, I wouldn't mind just like hanging out. It's fine.
Like he's almost kind of amused that Peony's suffering. It's always the other way around. He just kind of like, no, we're all cards on the table. I meant this thing.
Nexoria pops her head back in. Do you guys need any snacks?
I have snacks if you guys want snacks.
Are you
Guys want any snacks?
I'm just like glaring at them so hard, like get out.
He's like,
You guys want any snacks? I have
what
snacks.
kind of
Just
snack?
like
We got like trail mix. Do you want trail mix?
like look at Silus, just like I'm gonna kill you.
He's just like, in a minute, I'll grab some more fitting tea for it, and then just give us 1 second.
What kind of tea
And
do you
it's just
drink?
like
with
Paprika just
trail
closes
mix?
the door, then looks at
And moves
Nexoria.
back
and
in
sort of
literally
goes
a second
over.
later.
I'm gonna murder somebody.
Paprika just like looks over to Nexoria. It's just like, you know what I think this village needs more?
Yes?
Ships. We really don't have a good enough navy system, really.
You're absolutely right. We need more ships.
You guys,
Good joke.
he's just like, Silas just goes, yeah, all cards on the table. I meant the first thing for sure.
Cool. That's great.
Look,
Peony's
you
like
never-
dying.
Peony, you never told me about that before. I had no idea. If I'd known, I'd been way more sensitive about it.
Yeah, I don't tell people a lot of things about myself.
Gathered. Like, we've known each other, like, on and off 2 years, dude. I think a bad break would have been something I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, we're friends? God, it sounds like I'm friend zoning you. Because maybe I am. I don't know. I think that you're really, really nice. I'm just very scared to have a relationship again. But if you want to like get some food, have a nice conversation, maybe talk normally,
Yeah,
I'd totally be open to that.
normal talking sounds.
Paprika just opens the door. She's just like, all right, trail mix, guys.
Anyone want any trail mix?
I
Already
like
picked up all
I
the raisins.
grab it and I like start just like shoving trail mix into my mouth, just like can't talk anymore. Got trail mix in my mouth.
I apologize. I took all the raisins. Raisins are my favorite.
It's okay.
I'm glad y'all like my trail mix.
I don't-
Makes me feel all warm and tingly inside. Anyway, she's just gonna jump into the cauldron and is just like, I need y'all to shut up!
It echoes because of the cauldron.
I think he's just like kind of for a split second, just kind of nudges Peony in the elbows, like normal talking sounds good, and just starts eating trail mix.
I just still have like so much trail mix in my mouth, and I just kind of give him like a like a smile. I think some like trail mix falls out.
He looks over to Nexoria. Is just so. Anything you need before bed, Nexoria? Warm water, some tea.
She like gives him a look like, that's a bizarre question. I'm going to bed now.
Okay, I was being genuine.
Your tone of voice sounded like you were insinuating something, sir. And she just kind of like
Sir.
sighed away.
I was just asking. Okay. This is what I get for being nice, apparently.
I will fight you.
What are we talking about?
Did you not hear what I wanted?
Yes, Peony wants you. Paprika wants you to be quiet. Peony wants you to stop talking so she can shove her face full of more trail mix. And I
I'm good. I'm good on the trail mix.
would like another glass of that milk, if there's any left.
Fine! Okay, I'm sorry for yelling. It's just sleep is very important for me. I need it. Otherwise, I become something else.
What is something else?
Don't question it. She clearly.
I don't want to know.
I do
That's
want to
all I
know.
want to say.
Oh my god.
She's gonna throw a milk bottle at Nexoria and just hide under the covers in her cauldron.
Silas is gonna go to where he normally sleeps All right. Night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Another award-winning scrap list.
Yep.
Like as he leaves, Peony kind of just like gives him like a smile, and then I think she kind of goes back to like her own little part of the room, and I think she's kind of like the thing is that Peony is very much the type of person that's just like, I don't care, I don't give a shit, but she's just having that like giddy like I just got asked on a date moment like before going to sleep.
Nexoria like leans over. So, what were you talking about?
Who are you asking?
Peony, Peony, what were you talking about? Peony, what were you talking about? I'm whispering because Paprika is sleeping.
She's clearly fake snoring to try to get at everybody to go to sleep.
I'm gonna hang out with Silus maybe, but not as a date, like as friends.
But don't you hang out like all the time? Aren't you friends? What makes this different?
We're gonna, I don't know, talk. Why do you care?
Because he has a huge crush on you, and it's very obvious.
I like. I just like Peony has these like little kind of like frilly scales. Those just like stand up, and she just like turns around, puts her head on the pillow, and is just like, "Go to sleep, Nexoria," and just like closes her eyes.
I think you're pretty great. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something.
I think Silus is actually like, he's been making it seem like he's asleep. Then he counterpoints to Nexoria, like, I mean, Nexoria, you hang.
He can hear all of this. Peony's like dying.
He like, yeah, he just cranes his head over. Nexoria, do you like? This is a weird question, so I hope that hope this doesn't come out the wrong way. Nexoria, you're like 22, yeah?
Yes.
Do you like? Are you just like? Okay, I know how I stand. I know how Peony. I'm not sure about Pap, but like, I'm just really curious. Are you sort of married to the cause of destiny right now?
No one has really ever pursued me. I am waiting for my handsome prince to, of course, have his butt kicked because he can't fight the dragon, and I will save him.
Peony turns back around and claps at the statement, and then turns back around and tries to pretend to be asleep again.
He's just like, okay, just that's all I needed to know.
My destiny will guide me to him.
So like him's your thing, right?
Yes.
Cool. Just like cranes his head back, just like, damn it, my OTP is dead.
Oh, Silus is OTP.
I was absolutely joking that the reason he split off the team that way was he was trying to support the two different couples.
Oh. Oh, that's really funny.
That is very funny.
And with that, they all have a great night's rest. Who am I kidding? Everyone is angry at each other for waking up Pap. Pap has been yelling. Everyone's looking at each other. Most people are blushed. This is great. This is just great. Okay, well, say goodbye to bots.
Bye,
bye,
bots.
Bye, bots.